How's it going there? I'm doing a cigar video in the winter. Um, why am I having a cigar in the winter? I don't know what the temperature is out by right now, but it's got to be above zero because all the snow is melting. Rather abnormal temperatures for this time of year. So I thought, why not take advantage of the weather and enjoy? Um, this is a Colt. These Colts, they say they Colt Whiskey. I got these at the gas station for $1.29 each. Just $1.29 each. So I get these from the gas station up at the Domo there near our house, just up the road. They sell them in singles. They come wrapped in plastic. They got this little plastic mouthpiece on there, and I wouldn't smoke something like this out hunting or in the field because that's littering. Like throwing that. Nice thing about having a cigar out in the field when you're hunting, which is something I do sometimes. When I'm out in the field, I'll enjoy a cigar because you're sitting there waiting for an animal to come out of the bush, and it could be hours before one comes out. Um, but where I was going with this is, I can't just throw this on. See, normally cigars are all they are is tobacco leaves, or tobacco um, not ground. Anyways, they're tobacco that's been it's a shredded tobacco that's been rolled up in a leaf. That's what this is supposed to be. But I think this is like a manufactured paper product. This or something almost like a cigarette is what this is. The problem with people that smoking cigarettes, the problem that they're facing is what do they do with their cigarette butts when they're done, and they throw them on the ground. This littering. So you're not going to take this and stick it in your pocket and carry it home. If you don't have an ashtray nearby. So, you know, I don't know. I don't like smokers. One of the things I don't like about other smokers or cigarette smokers is because they're littering. They throw their cigarette butt in the ground, and that it's like gets clogged up in the water treatment system and all that stuff because it goes in the sewer or washed down the sewer. Anyway, that's stupid to me. So I won't take this hunting. I wouldn't take this out hunting because I mean that's litter. I can't leave that behind, right? Nice thing about a cigar is it's all tobacco, 100 like it's 100% tobacco. So, besides the band, it's all tobacco. It's just natural. Just throw it on the ground and it's biodegradable. So I'm enjoying this with a Grolsch. I'm just having a Grolsch beer in a can. How appropriate for a cheap cigar. These are not bad. I bought two. I tried one already just to see if what they're like, and they're very similar to cigarettes. They're very similar to a cigarette tobacco. Again, it's a cigar, so technically you don't inhale these things, so they're not cigarettes. Um, Nice thing about these, you can walk around and hang them in your mouth with this plastic thing. Hang around with these plastic things in your mouth, and you can work and do stuff and enjoy a cigar while you're working or whatever. But I don't know. What's the point of? You can't really fully enjoy a cigar when you're like working, right? Or doing something and smoke a cigar. It's not really. I don't. I don't know. I don't see it as. I don't see it as being any more or less productive when you're doing something, but I just don't see how you fully enjoy a cigar with a drink or whatever when you're The whole point is to enjoy it, right? So, anyways, so I'm doing a video in the winter. And you know what? If January, come their day, it'd be nice and warm in January. January 5th. January 5th is a big deal to me. January 5th. On January 5th, I'm celebrating a 5-year anniversary, and I'll do a cigar video. Go over that, and so stay tuned for a cigar video on the 5th. This is the 4th cigar video I think I've done. How appropriate that my fifth I smoked these earlier, and they're really, really, really mild. So if you want to, like, if you're thinking of getting into cigars, these are the nice thing about these is they're really, really mild at the beginning, and as you smoke them down, they get stronger and stronger. You know, I can't see somebody inhaling these. Is just not smart. I mean, after all, it is cigar tobacco. It's not cigarette tobacco, right? So, but anyways, going back to what I was saying, January 5th of 2015 is a big day for me. So I'm hoping I can do. Hopefully, it'll be warm enough um, to do a cigar video on the 5th of January, because it's a big day for me, and I'll explain that if I do a video, if I do my 5th cigar video on January 5th of 2020. I'll tell you all about it then. So stay tuned for my cigar video on the 5th of January. I think I'll do it anyway. Uh, Hopefully it won't be cold. So so I'm not really sure what you would drink with this. If you weren't having a beer, something light to go with this. You don't want to overpower this. But I would say, um, this plastic tip is it's convenient. Not really necessary for me though. But like I said, it's more of an inconvenience if if you're out in the field, because yeah, it's starting to get a little bit stronger now. So they say whiskey on them. I can't taste them. I don't know. I don't taste any whiskey flavor in that. It's just a marketing thing. But anyways, what are we at? 8 minutes 30 seconds. So, like I was saying, it's right about it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or no more. Like, yeah, it's 4:05 in the afternoon on November the last weekend in November. We're on the last. Next weekend is the 30th and the 1st. So I'll be I'll be yeah, I'll be doing I'll be busy in December. So but January 1st. So stay tuned. January 5th for hopefully a cigar video if it's warm enough. I have a fantastic cigar that I'm gonna do on that day too. So I got a good one, and I already had one. I bought them at the duty free in Rome. When I was there, I was in Rome in October, and you know what I did? Silly me! I bought a 5 pack of 20 packs of Club 20s, and those Club 20s are kind of little bit smaller than these. So I had 20 times 5, I had 100 Club 20 little cigarellos, and I've been having those, you know, um, I've been having those ever since, and I'm kicking myself for buying those because I could have spent the money on a few on less like a I don't know. I thought I was getting like good value for the money. I was buying like lots of little cigars for, and I paid €50 for those 100 little cigarellos, and I was thinking I was getting a good deal because those in Canada are really expensive. They're they're for like burritos, for example, they're $30 for 5 burritos, which is like maybe the equivalent of 10 little club 20s, and in terms of volume of tobacco. And you know I was all like, oh, duty free, I'm getting a good deal. And I thought, you know what, and then I had one of these cigars that I'm going to have on the 5th of January, and I tell you, one of those, and I paid €35 for three, for a box of three. They came in a box of three. They were €35, and I swear, I'm kicking myself now. I should have not bought the burrito, the little clubs. I should have bought two more 3 packs of these that I bought, that I'm going to share with you on the 5th of January. So these last longer than a cigarette. I noticed people who smoke cigarettes nowadays. They have a cigarette, and it lasts them like 2 or 3 minutes. Like back in the day when I smoked cigarettes, they would last like 5-10 minutes to smoke a normal cigarette. And I guess nowadays there are also these, you buy different quality cigarettes. You buy like these really shitty cigarettes, and I guess if you're addicted to smoking, then getting the best nicotine for your money is kind of the way to go, right? So you buy these cheap cigarettes. They last you like 2 or 3 minutes, so you get your nicotine, whatever that you need, and but they're just crappy cigarettes. I mean, it's like smoking a dirty ashtray. Who smokes those things? So, um, you know, what's the point of smoking if you're not going to enjoy it? A premium pack of cigarettes now in Canada, it's like, for those of you that are international viewers, a pack of cigarettes in Canada, for a good pack of cigarettes or for premium cigarettes, whatever, if you want to call them that, it's friggin' $15 or whatever now for a pack of cigarettes. It's 20 cigarettes for $15. Oh my God, you've got to be out of your mind. I mean, I buy a cigar. If I buy like if I buy a Partega Series P, eh, I smoke one maybe a week, and I smoke if I smoke one a week, I'm getting I'm getting ripped off in Canada because they're so goddamn expensive because of the tax. But seriously, the 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 value for the money is, getting Cuban cigars. I mean, think about this: in the United States, they can't even get Cuban cigars because they're against the law. Like, cigars that are against the law. Seriously, cigars. So, I akin smoking cigarettes to like an alcoholic. I mean, if somebody who's addicted to cigarettes is no different than an alcoholic. I mean, get honest. If get honest. I mean, if you're buying cheap cigarettes just to feed an addiction, you're no different than the guy that's going to the liquor store and buying the cheapest 2 6 of vodka and and pounding it back in a day, and just to feed an addiction. I never, you know, I get it. I've been there. I've been there. I've been on both sides of those fences. I've been an alcoholic, and I've been a Um, I've been a smoker, cigarette smoker, and I get it. You know, it's not a it's not a neither of those are easy habits to break. But there we go. Now that's getting good. Right about there. It's getting quite a bit stronger. Anyways, we're at 15 minutes now, so I don't want to take too much of your time. There's my cigar video for November. And I got the flag of Panama up this month. November is Panama's flag. It's their Independence Day, and they got a bunch of stuff going on in Panama. So those of you that are into international stuff, that's whose month it is this month. It's Panama. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed my video. And as always, cheers. Bye.